Chris and Jenny, right?
Yeah. Thanks for fitting us in. Dr. Steiner told us you were one of his favorite students.
One of? Well, if that isn't a blow, jeez. And you two are both from Long Island as well, right?
Yeah, we both grew up there.
Okie doke. So, what are we doing here today?
Jenny and I have been together for 9 years, and we've been planning on getting married at the end of the month. But we've been having some problems.
It happens.
We're fighting all the time. We haven't had sex in over a month. We're not even living together right now. Jenny moved in with a friend.
I'm sorry, is this seriously what you're opening with?
Well, Jenny, what do you think he should be opening with?
We got an early wedding present from my uncle. It was a DNA kit, one of those things that tells you like how French you are if you're related to George Washington, you know.
Did you guys send it in?
We did.
And?
Well, we're not French.
We're brother and sister.
So your situation, to put it mildly, is a little more complicated than most. You are half siblings. All right, what about, let's start with a little context. How did you two meet?
It was the second day of freshman year at NYU. I was in a philosophy class, which I almost immediately realized was the worst decision I'd ever made. Until Jenny walked in. She was 20 minutes late, and when the professor apologized for having such an early class, she just said, "No problem." And she sat down next to me.
How long before you two went out?
We got coffee after class. But immediately I knew we were meant to be together. Even before we both learned we were from Port Jeff.
Port Jefferson, that's a population of
8,000. Pretty small.
Especially if both your mothers used anonymous sperm donors.
Right. Have you told your parents?
No, we haven't told anyone. We're not going to tell anyone.
But they are expecting us to get married in 16 days.
Right. Well, let me ask you this. What are you both hoping to get out of this session?
You're processing this. Finding our way back to each other.
God, Chris, there's no finding our way back. We're related.
Well, Chris, why do you think that this can be fixed?
Because the day I met Jenny was the best day of my life. And every day since has been better. Look, I know that this is insane, okay, believe me. And I can understand why you can't see a way through it, but I can't imagine not going back to how we were. Not coming home to you. But if you think it's impossible and you can look me in the eye and tell me right now that you don't love me anymore, then I will call off the wedding.
You know I love you. But love just isn't enough. It isn't enough, is it?
I will admit that your situation is difficult, but it is not my job to judge whether your relationship is right or wrong. What is very apparent to me is that the love between you two is very real. And if you want, worth fighting for. There is one incontrovertible truth. Biological children can never be an option.
You think kids are what we're worried about? I can't even look at him.
Because this new information has changed the way you see him? Well, good news there. Relationships can survive change. In fact, almost all of them have to.
It isn't like he suddenly gained 20 pounds.
No. Look, I get it, but life goes on and you adjust. Relationships adjust too, or they end. If change is insurmountable in the heart, then that's it, show's over. But that is not the case with you two, is it? So the real question becomes, can we change what's in your heads?
How?
Jenny, will you sit on the couch with Chris? Jenny, will you take Chris's hand? Jenny.
I can't. I can't. I'm sorry.
Jenny, this is your DNA. And Christopher, this is your DNA.
They're the same.
Not quite. There's a 0.1% variant between the two of you, but yes, they are 98.5% identical.
What more do we need?
But this is my DNA. Also 98.5% identical to both of yours, because that is the genetic similarity between any two human beings. Scientifically speaking, we are all very much the same.
Jenny.
What? I should carry a DNA chart to the market to explain to everybody why it's okay I'm married to my brother?
Why do you feel the need to explain anything to anyone?
Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but there's nothing that you're gonna say that's gonna make me forget who Chris really is.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. Is there anything that you could say? You were planning on being married in 16 days. You must have written your vows. Okay, good.
Chris, as I sit here in our half-painted living room that you promised to finish, listening to the Spin Doctors album that we bought for $1 at a yard sale because the lady who sold it to us had no idea who they were, I can't believe how happy I am, or how lucky I am. I never thought I would find somebody who laughs at all my stupid duck jokes, or likes my grandma's baked spaghetti, or picks up all of our bath towels all the time. So, of course I said yes when you asked me to marry you. Nobody's ever loved me like you, and I've never wanted to be with anybody.
Okay, good. Jenny. Can you see that, Chris? The Chris you wrote those vows for. That is the only Chris there is. And if you ever forget that, all you need to do is go back to those vows, just like every other couple.